Hey everybody, it's AdTheRed and welcome back to Highway Blossoms. Right then, last we left off, we finally arrived at Shiprock. And we're in hell. Apparently there's a shit ton of people here looking for this treasure. This is gonna go over well. Marina pushes her face up against the window in awe of the sheer insanity. I don't think I've seen this many people since the concert. Oh god, she's gonna break from the overstimulation. Hey, what do you want? What is it? What's the matter? Now what is it? No. What? What are you getting mad at me for? I don't know what you want. No. A choir of horns staring at us from behind. Groaning, I pull forward and squeeze the motorhome into the nearest available space, stuffed tightly between everything else. Backing out is going to be a real pain. Well, what are we... Okay, fine. Alright, sorry about that. Little bit of a distraction there anyway. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go find that treasure. Marina sits up and nearly leaps out of the car, but I grab her wrist and pull her back into the seat. Just hold on a second. Her enthusiasm fades. Oh, that's right. You were only going to drop me off and leave. Sorry, but I'm going to stick around a bit longer. For real? She starts sniffling. Oh, don't cry. You're so nice to me, Amber. I think I might cry. Don't. Hold it in. We gotta think of a game plan first. Then you can cry. Okay. Marina returns to her usual happy-go-lucky self, like grimace at the utter chaos outside. If I suspend my disbelief and assume the treasure is real, where would we even start? We don't have any equipment. I guess we may as well start by checking out the place. I'm the first to make my way out into the sea of people. My nose is assaulted with the smells of campfires and VO masked in suntan lotion. Ugh. Joy. Smells like tourist, alright. Marina finishes her run around the motorhome and huddles close to me, her eyes still wide with wonder, but she grabbed onto your arm. But far less gung-ho than before. The two of us make our way through the makeshift campground, following a guardrail that's been set up to separate the visitors from the rock. All the while, we pass different scenes, starring all sorts of people. News anchor, elbowing nosy hecklers out of the way while she tries to report. Men on top of motorhomes and lawn chairs, strumming away on guitars. Even vendors have set up shop here, selling overripened fruit from their booths. Marina is speechless, looking on in overwhelmed curiosity and hovering so close I keep tripping over her. I'm half expecting her to grab onto one of my belt loops. I'm surprised. I've pictured her to be pretty good with crowds. Please stay behind the guardrail. I repeat, please stay behind the guardrail. A booming voice shouts over the crackling of a megaphone. Pushing through the crowd, we're shoved into a part of the crowd that's mobbing by an opening in the guardrail. They're barred from advancing by a lone man, standing on top of a folding chair and clutching his megaphone like a shotgun. Stay behind the guardrail. Please be considerate of Navajo land. Really? You're expecting that to work? What's going on? Tourists. Not sure. I think... The sun reflects off of the truck behind it. I squint my eyes at the word printed on its side. Navajo Parks and Recreation. It's the man? The man? Yeah, the establishment. Never mind. The relentless crowd ignores them, ramming into each other as they fling whole dictionaries worth of profanity at them. This could get nasty. Maybe they're moshing. People did at the concert. You're so innocent. Jeez, what the hell kind of concert did you go to anyway? Wait a second. In the back of the mosh, distant from the calamity, is a familiar sight. Blonde hair intertwined and running through a dark red bandana. What's wrong? Remember that loud chick from the gas station? A little. I was too busy with my slushie to really notice. Of course you were. Why? I think we just found our first lead. My voice trails off and I start towards the girl, pushing my way through the crowd. Hey, Amber, wait! Putting on my person mask. I like that. Putting on my person mask, I take a breath and place my hand on her shoulder with a forced smile. For the last time, old man, I don't have any. Huh? There we go, that's what I'm talking about. She whips around, her eyes prepared for murder, but her features switch to Stanwell mode as she realizes her mistake. Oh. Sorry, but I didn't see you but didn't I see you at the convenience store yesterday? Oh yeah, that dump. That's at a Roswell, right? Yeah, that was us. I remember. The girl's Marina. Marina waves and I extend my hand. The girl's eyes narrow, but she eventually shakes it with a surprisingly strong grip. Mariah. Everybody here for the treasure? They'd be idiots if they weren't. Sure about that? Hey, what do you know? You're right, Amber. You said it like it's a good thing. You guys here for the gold too? Not sure why else somebody would come out. She looks over the scenery and wrinkles her nose. To this place. The ray of sunshine next to me is looking for the gold. I'm just a ride. Step away from the guardrail! You're all getting out of hand! The horde presses in. The yelling grows louder. You aren't getting through, so I don't even know why. A cannon beer flies through the air and cracks him on the forehead, the liquid running down his face. Oh, come on! Navajo Parks and Recreation. They're trying to keep well-meaning treasure hunters from carving up the rock because of its religious significance. Well-meaning treasure. You legitimately said that, and I hope you didn't say it with a straight face, because seriously, well-meaning treasure hunter. Doesn't surprise me. This is a Four Corners state. There's a lot of stuff like that out here. I think it's sweet they're trying to protect the big old shippy. Okay. Mariah stares at her as if questioning her entire existence. I understand. But it's a rock. So? It's only good for postcards and carving big monuments. Why is it such a big deal people want to look for the treasure up there? Well, it's not going to make much of a difference either way. Why is that? You a non-believer? No, I'm just not a sucker. That's not very nice, Amber. Well, it's true. It's obvious this is all just an elaborate scam and everyone got ripped off. Before I even finish my sentence, a cocky, overgrown smile makes way out of Mariah's face, oozing with snide confidence. What if I told you I could prove the treasure is real? I'd say you're full of it. Does that mean the treasure's real? Like, honest to goodness real? Oh, overwhelmed with excitement, Marina springs up and down, all the while Mariah gives a smug nod. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Oh, ye of little faith. I said I could prove it, didn't I? And how exactly are you going to do that? Go back to my base, full of highly trained elite treasure hunters. Then I'll show you. Elite what now? Highly trained elite treasure hunters. Right. Thanks, but no thanks. We'll pass. What? But why? Well, because you said we needed a game plan, right? This is the best chance we have right now. A terrifying amount of determination emanates from her. She forces an unwavering stare on me. Her gaze intensifies. I down on my dusty shoes and finally give in. Jeez, if I make you that happy, I'll do it. Yay! She's really damn determined, I'll give her that much. I'm not sure I could have said no. You could have, but you didn't. You caved. Remember that. This better be legit, you hear? I point to Mariah. I'm not in the mood to be jerked around today. Yeah, I'll keep my word. Hey, stop it! We look back to the crowd. The guardrails have toppled over and the crowd surged toward the man. I'm warning you, stay back! I have a megaphone! I'll make your ears ring! I'll give you tinnitus! The crowd circles in around the chair and topples it over, the man crashing down with it. Well, he's dead. We should probably scram. Way ahead of you. Sleek and lavish, Mariah's motorhome is like a mansion on wheels. Its chromy black paint is so fresh you can practically smell the primer. There we are, base, sweet base. She throws the door open. Joe, Tess, back up, we have guests. Marina and I shoot each other an unsure glance, then enter the motorhome. Oh boy. Oh hey, did you finally manage to make some friends? Blow it out your ass, slacker. It's just as big and expensive on the inside, making my RV be like a toilet in comparison. It's definitely luxury class, like my Class C. Or at least, it would be a luxury motorhome if not for the seemingly random decor. The wall is littered with posters of ska bands, the worst genre of music. Hey. I'm not the biggest fan myself, but it's got its moments. It's ska metal. Anyway, even weirder, the license plates scattered everywhere. Some in boxes, some on the table, and some strung together like a wind chime. A beanbag in the corner and bottles of empty beer and liquor cast off on the ground. The place looks more like a frat pad than a base. An impression further aided by the guy sprawled out on the couch, his head wrapped in a bandana like Mariah's. Bandana guy. Someone's feisty today. No luck with the treasure, I take it. Yeah, no thanks to you. Hey, now, me and Tess were holding down the fort. That's a very important job. He gestured at the cot above him. A hollow space under some cabinets. It looks like a row of cupboards used to be there and were stripped out to make room for it. Lying on top of it is a little girl facing the direction, filling with something I can't make out. She's wearing another identical bandana. Isn't that right, Tess? There we go. Tess gives a barely existent nod and continues tinkering. I think you like this character. See? What did I tell you? Has she been out there the entire time? Yeah, she hasn't moved since you left this morning. It's kind of sad. Please don't think I haven't noticed you were on that couch when I left. Guilty as charged. I'll clear my throat, reminding them of our presence. Oh, right. This is my team. The lug who's become one with the couch is Joseph, and the squirt is my kid sister, Tess. Joe, Tess, this is Alyssa and Melina. Amber and Marina. Whatever. Looking for the treasure too. Hey there, ladies. I can only hope the highly trained elite team are hidden in the bathroom. Hey, I'm Marina. It's really nice to meet you. Marina jumps in front of me, taking hold of the conversation by its throat and strangling the life out of it with her own. Well, no, intending to replace it with her own. The exuberance just kind of very empirically transferring like a disease. The other girl is Amber. Say hi, Amber. Like she's a dog or something. Hi. Don't mind her. She's just grumpy. I'm not grumpy. You sound pretty grumpy to me. I groan and start muttering nonsense out of my breath. Didn't think being a realist would make me grumpy. She doesn't think the treasure exists. Uh-oh. Mariah, we got another non-believer in our midst. Oh, burn the heathens! Tie them to stakes and set fire! Why do they keep saying that? Why do you think I brought her here? If you think you're able to convince me this treasure's real, then fine, but you have another thing coming. Come on, where's this adventure? Back in my motorhome. We can take you and your sense of adventure back to Carlsbad if you want. No thanks. Carlsbad? California? New Mexico. Rolling her eyes, Marielle walks over to a drawer. From inside, she pulls out something wrapped in cloth and brings it over to me. Go ahead, take a peek. Her smirk reappears, curling across her face as if this were a game there's no way she could lose. Hesitant, I bring my hand to the rag and unwrap it. What? No way. Is this... That's right. Lying swaddled in the cloth is a yellow nugget. I give it a squeeze. It's soft. Definitely not a piece of pyrite. It's gold. But how? You know the miner who hid the treasure? That's Joseph's great-great-uncle. You're lying. I can testify for that. It's true. This thing is a family heirloom. More like it was lying forgotten in my basement when we stumbled across it as kids. After that, I heard great tales of the miner and his hidden treasure. She went to the library and found old newspaper clippings. She went to the library and found old newspaper clippings making fun of him. Then I made it my life's goal to find his treasure. She's been obsessed with it ever since. I had to load. I saw the story yesterday. If you knew so much about this treasure, then why did you have to buy one of those journals? Another side of my family probably got the journal after he kicked it. We wouldn't hear about it until everyone else did. This doesn't prove anything. Mariah shoots me a scowl, similar to the look she gave the clerk yesterday. What are you trying to say? Sis. Tess finally moves, hopping down from her cot, under the license plate wind chime in her hand, the plates clanking together as she runs over to Mariah. Sis, I finished it. She says this without a hint of emotion, her eyes in a constant half-open state. It's kind of unsettling. How many is that now? 44? 45. Marina bends down to Tess's level and greets her. Oh, are you collecting license plates? Uh-huh. I only have 5 more till I have all 50 states. And what state do you have there? New Mexico. Her voice and expression don't change, still as dry as the desert air. Mariah scoffs. At least yesterday wasn't a complete waste of time. That junker was a piece of crap. And let me guess. Although I already kind of came to that conclusion, sort of. Well, suspected as much, I guess. Wait a second. All the parts were rustier than my ass. Even the scrap metal wasn't worth it. Just be thankful we found it. We'd be busted if I hadn't salvaged all the good bits. Besides, that money's going to keep us from starving. I look at Marina, but she doesn't seem to have put it together. Of course not. I bet that car you found, that wasn't outside Roswell, was it? Marina's eyes go wide, realization finally penetrating her skull. Yeah, like an anti-material around to do that, wouldn't it? Yeah, not far from the store. What do you care? I can feel my blood begin to boil. Marina can feel it too. Amber, every part of me is shaking. I struggle to spit out the words. Her car was stolen outside of Roswell yesterday. And I'll call the episode there before this gets too heated. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.